The first International Day of Prayer and Awareness Against Human Trafficking was celebrated worldwide on February the 8th. The U.S. Embassy to the Holy See took up the initiative with a friend and provided a meal for victims of human trafficking and domestic violence.
This is actually going to be used for a shelter dedicated to women who were involved in human trafficking and their children. And so I'm actually just making a super simple pasta dish for them. I've got Chef Matteo here as well. He is one of the staff for one of the embassy officials. And so what we're doing is just making a little chicken, a little pasta, and some fresh greens. And I hope they like it. This initiative came about because I met the ambassador at the airport. We talked about having lunch together. And you know what? If you receive, you got to give. And that's exactly what we're doing, trying to give back. That's what the U.S. Embassy to the Holy See is all about, partnering together, church and state, really doing good things for people who need it the most. And you know what? The easiest way to do it, touching hearts and minds, go through the stomach.
The event was initiated following the call of Francis to become active against cases of human trafficking.
In the last, I would say, year and a half, we've seen Pope Francis take this issue and bring it to a new level. And there's such a coincidence with our administration and many other governments around the world that hopefully there is a real chance to do something to stop this scourge of slavery. It's a hidden scourge, but it is around us. And so if you open your eyes, you can do something and do something powerful.
The ambassador praised Pope Francis' work against trafficking, looking forward to next September when he'll be in the U.S. and we'll have another big stage, Congress.
Pope Francis magnifies issues in a very powerful way, and it makes people stand up and think again about what is their role in it, and whether it be trafficking, whether it be climate issues. I mean, he really has heightened the awareness of so many things. And on this particular trafficking issue, it needed to be done, and it's making a difference. It's not inconceivable that he would raise this particular issue. He will raise the issue of migration for sure. And they're related, obviously. He will deal with, no doubt, questions of inequality and marginalization of certain people, the whole question of exclusion of the elderly, of the disabled. I think he will challenge our Congress and our nation to step up and bring the principles of the moral good to bear, and it's a responsibility, I think, that we as Americans have. Others have it as well, but we as Americans are blessed, and therefore we have to exert and share our blessings.
The meal was taken to women being helped by the Daughters of Charity of St. Vincent de Paul. They've been working here in the center of Rome with women in difficulty and their children since the 1850s, more specifically with trafficking victims for the last 2 decades.
For
us, the Pope's words about this were a reaffirmation of something that we have already been doing. Obviously, we have worked with trafficking victims since 1996, and this has helped us to understand the phenomenon better and to understand more how it has changed from then until today. We as a team often reflect on violence, and since violence is growing, we are trying to assist. The woman feels like a slave in a double way. Double because the partner does with her whatever he wants. But only once the violence also affects the children does the woman find the courage to take them and escape.
La donna trova il coraggio di prenderli e di scappare.
The meal provided is warmly welcomed.
È importantissimo perché
the gesture is really important. We live with the fact that we receive a contribution from this city for every victim. But it does happen that we are left with 2 or 3 or 4 months without any extra money. The fact that Providence helps us is very important.
Arrivi per noi è importantissima.
A few ambassadors of charity don't hurt either.